So this question's for the hamper. Which Coffee with Karan episode did you think was best this season? Gotta watch this episode to find out, guys.
Hello, FilmyFriends.
This is Asif.
I'm Mo.
This is Saad.
And we are NRF, the non-resident FilmyFam.
Live from America, we're here to bring you everything about Bollywood, which includes filmy reviews, some filmy discussions, and even a little filmy gossip.
We want to be the most entertaining Bollywood channel on YouTube.
And before we get started, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe us on our YouTube channel, as well as on our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
And today we have our filmy discussion episode. An episode we're actually very passionate about.
Yes.
We love Karan Johar, and this is a special on Karan Johar's Coffee with Karan for this season.
So excited, guys.
Yeah, it was a decent season. It was very family oriented.
It was very, siblings, family, spouses.
Yeah. So they start off with the current queen of Bollywood, Deepika, and the future queen of Bollywood, so the princess of Bollywood,
Alia
Bhatt. That was a stellar episode. Both the girls looked amazing. But as Asif mentioned, this season was very safe.
Yeah.
Both these girls played it very safe.
But they're both very safe. I don't think neither Deepika or Alia are very controversial. So I didn't expect any of them to say anything,
Alia isn't controversial, but she speaks her mind. I think she held back.
So Karan tried to kind of poke Deepika into spilling a little more details about her grand wedding. But Deepika didn't. And for Alia, Karan tried to, talk to Alia about spilling the beans on Ranveer and her relationship, which everyone in the world knows about, but she kind of held back on speaking about it.
Yeah. So this episode, it was a good episode. It was good people, a strong cast starting it off, but they were safe, and I wouldn't say boring, but it was almost borderline boring.
It was borderline boring.
They both looked great.
I enjoyed it just because I love them both.
Yeah, I love them both too, but it was safe. So moving on to episode 2, it was Akshay Kumar and Ranveer Singh. Talk about energy on set.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love Akshay Kumar, and Ranveer is great too, but I love Akshay Kumar.
Both of them were great. Karan couldn't shut neither of them up.
Yeah.
They were talking. It was great to watch.
And I love how Ranveer is such a big Akshay fan too. He
I love that little story that he had when he was a kid, and then he wanted an autograph and all that.
I loved it.
Yeah, that was a cool story.
And Ranveer actually did get an autograph from Akshay.
Akshay Kumar, even with that mohawk that he had or something, some weird hairdo that he had back in the day.
Yeah, and
he was there to see
Ravina.
Yeah, and he couldn't see her, so Akshay came and made his day.
Yep.
Man, Akshay Kumar has been doing some great movies.
Great work.
I'm a new Akshay fan too. I haven't been a fan since the beginning. I'm a newfound Akshay fan.
I didn't realize I love Akshay so much. Airlift was so good, Toilet, and then Padman, and I'm looking forward to his coming up. Yes. Yep. Rohit Shetty film.
Yeah.
It's so great.
And Ranveer Singh, after his marriage, seems like he's doing
even better.
Unstoppable. Go Ranveer. He's definitely
Ranveer's up there with the top actors in the
next
industry right now.
Next big thing right now.
He's the current big thing right now, I guess. Is Ranveer up there?
Definitely. After Gully Boy, I don't think anyone can touch him right now.
Ranveer did mention a lot of his outfits are hand-me-downs from Karan.
Yeah.
Because Karan buys a lot of outfits, expensive outfits, that
really expensive.
That Karan doesn't think he can pull off.
They're both fashionable and out there.
And he just
shifts them up to Ranveer. And
Mm-hmm.
Ranveer's I'm gonna wear it and take an Instagram selfie.
He even pulled out a picture about Ranveer and he's all like, "What are you wearing?" And Ranveer's all like, "This is something you gave me." I think Karan did that on purpose.
Okay, so the next episode we have is Amir Khan, guys.
So Amir Khan's episode, usually he's really good. This time he seemed kind of nervous, but this was just before Thugs of Hindustan.
Yeah. I would be nervous too if I was him.
So he kind of knew what was going on with that movie. He was super stressed. He's usually open or he doesn't care what he's talking about or everything, but on this episode, he was stressed.
Yeah, but even if he was stressed, I love seeing Amir on talk shows because he doesn't do it as much, but when he's on there, he's very real and open about, exactly what he thinks about, how he thinks. and all that.
One point about Amir from this episode actually. So this season, Karan is doing a new thing where the best answer of the season gets a new Audi car.
Yeah.
I think Amir should win because there was a question that, you know, if you had to save...
that is definitely the best answer of the season.
So the question was, if you had to save Shah Rukh or Salman if they're on a boat and the boat is sinking, who would you save? And Amir answered saying that he would save Shah Rukh Khan because Bhai kabhi nahi dubta.
Yeah, so that is probably the best answer of the season.
Yep.
And that is the highlight of the episode too. The episode was very mellow. It was almost forgettable. And he seemed stressed. And now we know why.
Yeah.
Like after Thugs of Hindustan.
Yep. Moving on, our next episode was Katrina Kaif and Varun Dhawan.
I felt like that was a good episode. I mean, I like Varun Dhawan as a character. Katrina Kaif, I mean, she's good in talk shows. So she had her natural personality shine on screen. And whenever she doesn't have to speak in Hindi, she's good. So,
yeah, I might not like her as an actress, but I really enjoy listening to her on talk shows.
So they finally figured out that I Hate Katrina Club by Varun and his friend, and why that was created. They all thought that they didn't like Katrina, but in reality, it was because Bhai wasn't giving them enough time.
Yeah.
So that was kind of funny. It's like it had nothing to do with Katrina. It's because Bhai wasn't giving Varun and them enough time.
I love Varun. He's so funny.
He is funny.
Yeah. So for me, the episode was really fun. It was a fun watch.
Yeah.
Varun was really funny. He was like getting up on the chair, playing with the pillows and stuff. And obviously Karan, you know, as being Karan, was bringing up Varun's
relationship and stuff.
Natasha, and he was like kind of playing it off. And also he was kind of giving Katrina the stick as well for being single and not dating anyone. So he was like, "Oh, what are you doing?"
And then Katrina's all like, "Oh, I'm the last of our batch to not get married yet."
Yeah,
that was a fun episode.
Overall, it was a fun episode to watch.
So moving on to Sara Ali Khan and Saif Ali Khan. Probably one of the best episodes.
My favorite episode of the season.
So this was the first time Sara Ali Khan actually made a live TV appearance before her movie Kedarnath came out, and I just want to say that she was so calm and confident in front of the cameras. She's a natural.
Yeah, everyone fell in love with her just from this interview.
Episode. She's almost as cool as her dad.
Yeah.
Like, and her dad's like super cool.
Yeah,
she has that no up swag in her, definitely.
Definitely.
Do you have money?
Yeah.
Take her.
And she was appalled.
So we all know what Karthik is trying to do right now. He's trying to make money so he can date or get married to Sarah.
Definitely.
That's what Seth said, you know. To marry Sarah, you need to have a lot of money.
No money. You have to have no money at this point. But the dynamic between the father and daughter, like that's a great dynamic to have.
Yeah.
It was great, and I really enjoyed the part where Karan showed a very old clip of Sarah when she was
in college, right?
Yeah, I could not recognize her.
Props to her for that weight loss and just staying fit. Like she didn't go like super size 0 or anything. She stayed fit and she looks good now. She looks good. She seems confident.
And she talks about her struggle too. It's not like she's just thin, right? She actually worked hard to get to where she is.
It's fun how Saif Ali Khan makes fun of her when she was fat too.
Yeah.
Like he used to make fun
of her. They have
a
really different relationship. It's not a traditional.
Yeah, we just love watching their relationship play out on screen.
Yeah.
Like, you know, how they are naturally with each other.
Yeah. And moving on to the next episode, it was Arjun Kapoor and Janhvi Kapoor, the cousins. So going with theme, it is a very family-oriented season this time. I'm
a big Janhvi Kapoor fan. I don't know if it has to do with Janhvi herself, but because I was a big Sridevi fan, but I love Janhvi.
I'm not a big fan. I'm a fan of Janhvi Kapoor. It has nothing to do with Sridevi. It's more because I like Dharak. Like I really enjoyed. Dharak was good. I really enjoyed the movie. I thought she was good in it. This episode, I liked her on screen. Some people didn't.
Yeah, so this episode for me was the worst episode of the season.
It definitely wasn't the worst.
I like them. I don't overly like them both, but you know they're okay to me. Arjun and Janhvi.
Yeah.
I just felt like Janhvi Kapoor is not natural in front of the camera. I mean, especially when she's live.
She's just naturally a little awkward.
She's a little bit awkward, especially that moment I felt was really awkward towards the end when Arjun and Janvi were having the quiz.
Oh yeah.
And there was a lot of tabloids written about the dance.
I think they blew it out of proportion. I think
they really did.
I think she just didn't pick up because she just wasn't near the phone or something.
And I love how like Arjun kind of is on every Coffee with Karan episode. Yeah. Everyone calls him, or like he came and he came on one of the episodes with
as a special.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a guest appearance or something.
So he's special to Karan.
Karan Johar did try to mention Malaika a couple of times, so that was kind of interesting. Yeah. So our next episode is Ajay Devgan and Kajol. What do you think about that one?
They're just a funny couple.
They're
so chill. Yeah. They're so comfortable with each other, and they're so different. So the dynamics, I guess, work out well for them.
Not to give away my age, but it took me a lot of years to forgive Ajay Devgan because I always wanted Kajol to marry Shah Rukh Khan. But what else?
That was out of nowhere actually when that happened.
Yeah.
I guess Kajol and Ajay Devgan decided to get married after Pyar To Hona Hi Tha.
Yeah. Even with that Ajay Devgan old school hairstyle that he had back in the day, he's super cool now though. Don't get me wrong.
He's so chill.
His movies are so good.
Oh,
Raid was so good.
Yeah, Golmaal Drishyam was so good.
Guys, I just want to say that I love Ajay Devgan movies. I'm a sucker for Singham. I think I watched I watched Singham 10 times. Every time I'm on a flight, I watch Singham the first episode every single time.
The first Singham was really good. Drishyam was super good too.
Yeah.
I thought the dynamic between the husband and wife were really good.
Yeah, it was funny.
I didn't know Ajay Devgan had a personality. I really didn't.
He's just so
this was out of nowhere.
He doesn't make excuses for missing out on parties or just being himself.
And then he just makes fun of Kajol throughout the episode. I thought it was super chill. This episode was a pleasant surprise to me of how their dynamic works and Ajay Devgan having a personality, which I never thought was a thing.
And one thing we really found out that Ajay needs to go out more and go out and mingle with the Bollywood elites, go out to more parties.
Yeah, I don't think he's interested, but.
So on to episode 8, Badsha and Diljit.
This one is actually one of my really favorite episodes too.
That was a fun episode.
Didn't know that Diljit was into fashion and he was into high brands and whatnot.
So, excuse my lack of knowledge, but I didn't know Diljit was a singer before he was an actor.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I thought he was an actor who could sing. Everyone's an actor who could sing now, like Salman Khan, apparently.
And Pariniti.
Yeah. But I didn't know he was an actual singer before he acted.
Yeah, he was a big
Punjab singer. Yeah. So him and Baksha, that was a cool episode.
Yeah, and they really had a good chemistry. Because they were all into fashion. They did the whole fashion.
Karan Johar was bringing out outfits and they were naming brands.
I mean,
I didn't know them.
We didn't even know half of them what they were.
I knew, but I couldn't say which line it was. They could say it was spring 2016. I'm like, what?
We didn't know that Diljit actually came from a really lower middle class family, and it's fun to see that now he's successful and he's all blinged out and everything. I thought it was really fun to watch.
And he's still so down to earth, even though he's big time now. I just love how he just sticks to
his Punjabi roots.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was a fun episode.
It was a fun episode. So moving on to the next one, it's Ayushmann and Vicky Kaushal.
Oh, this was a good one.
That was a good one.
The new boys on the block.
Because they're both doing so good right now.
Ayushmann probably had two of my favorite movies last year.
Yeah, but Haiho and Andhadhun. Did he have them out when they did this?
Yes, I believe so.
He had both of them out. Because there were a bunch of Coffee with Karan, a bunch of rapid fire questions for other people of what roles they would want to do. Everyone said Andhadhun.
Right.
Because a lot of people said Andhadhun because Andhadhun was such a good movie.
And this was actually before Vicky Kaushal's Uri.
Yes.
Which went on to do
really good in the box office.
It made more than 200 crores. So hats off to Vicky Kaushal. He really made a name for himself this year.
This is America, and theaters here are still playing Uri. There are other Hindi movies out, there are English movies out, there are Oscar movies out. Yeah. They're still playing Uri right now.
Right.
I love to learn a lot about Ayushmann because he did reject a lot of Karan Johar movies. Not a lot. He rejected one Karan Johar movie, and he had planned out the movies that he's been doing for years.
Exactly.
So Vicky Donor, he planned that out 4 years ago. He said, I'm gonna do a couple of hit movies and then I'm gonna take a risk with Vicky Donor.
Yeah. So and no wonder all his movies are so good because he actually puts work into it.
Yeah, he's putting that work.
So this is the last episode we're gonna review for our episode. We're gonna do it in 2 halves. The first 10 episodes in our first review, and the next 10 episodes in our second review.
So in this episode, Karan actually bought the cast of Bahubali. Mm-hmm. So we had the director S.S. Rajamouli, who undoubtedly was probably the biggest director in 2018. Yep. Then you had Bahubali himself, Prabhas, and Rana.
Yep. So this episode, I mean, it was very mellow. This was actually Mr. Bahubali's first interview outside. Like, he doesn't do interviews.
Yeah, and you could tell he was kind of awkward.
He was very awkward.
So apparently all 3 of them kind of discussed amongst each other that they're gonna, they're not gonna let Prabhas speak much and try the other 2 are gonna speak. But I thought Prabhas was pretty charming on
he was pretty charming. Yeah. He was very down to earth charming, but you can tell that he doesn't do too many interviews.
In person, he's so not like
Bahubali.
The epic Bahubali.
Yeah. Karan probably made the biggest bank out of this movie because of Bahubali and because of this cast. I think the movie made around 2,000 crores worldwide, guys. 2,000 crores. Yes, let that sink in. So
Bahubali 1 and Bahubali 2 definitely, it's, I mean, no other movies even close in India to reaching those numbers.
Definitely. And one of the biggest thing for me in this episode was what the director S.S. Rajamouli said was when Karan asked him, so who do you think in Bollywood can match up to your direction or up to his vision? And he said, I don't think anyone, which I think is very true. So guys, so this was our first general episode of Coffee with Karan. We really hope you enjoyed our content. We really want to hear back from you what you thought about our analysis on each episode. Did you agree? Did you disagree? Do you feel we missed out certain points that were kind of highlights on certain episodes? Please don't forget to comment on the section below. We really want to hear back from you.
And as always, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe us on our YouTube channel as well as on our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We post twice a week on YouTube and daily on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
And whenever you do share and comment, please use #NRF and #FilmyFam. So please do, like they said, comment, let us know what we're doing right, let us know what we're doing wrong.
I'm a Karan Johar fan, so I have to follow along. Toodles.
From Mo, toodles.
And from Saad once again, toodles.
See you at the movies.